magpapasampal ba ako ulit? Oo. Yeah. Parang kasi sometimes you need somebody else to tell you what you couldn't see. Like, that's the problem with if you're just a one-person business. You don't have somebody to find your blind spots and call you out on them. Hi, I am Hannah or Haby from Studio Haby. Studio Haby is a place where I make cute things that I like and I share it to you and to the world so that you might be hopefully more happier and it will improve your mood.
Kasi di ba when we own our businesses, we work so closely na ganito na we needed someone who knew about the business but is like a third person na malayo who could tell us, hey, these are the other things that you couldn't see because nakaganito ka sa negosyo mo. That's what the class is about.
So sa bootcamp ni AJ, like, I felt na something was missing from my brand. I was doing okay financially, but when I look at my brand, I feel like I could make it more. At that time, I felt restricted by what I made it to be. So I went to AJ thinking na, what can I do to capture that idea na I'm looking for na? How can I make my brand more than it is? So when I went to AJ, dami-dami niyang sinabi mo ganang stuff. Tapos yung una niyang sinabi sa first session namin is, she doesn't find anything special with my brand. So sabi ko, AJ. So parang na-hurt na ako, super iyak na. Hindi. So parang I was hurt because it's something that you spend. Ano ba yan, AJ? Ano ba yan, AJ? Ano ba yan, AJ? Basta when she said that, parang my whole image of my brand shattered. Parang yung confidence na I built na, hey, I'm doing well, I'm doing okay, I grew a lot. Parang pagdating from a professional brand specialist, like, your brand, it doesn't stand out at all. And like, I thought I was doing well, what happened? So, the moment that she said that, parang my mind went blank. What is my brand? Naging philosophical. What is my brand? What am I about? Like, what do I want to keep on doing? How can I differentiate myself from other brands, knowing that there's nothing that is completely unique? Because everything is parang based on something, even nature. Parang, how can I do that? And super question mark. Then my homework siya. Sabi ko, anong gagawin ko dito? What am I gonna do? These questions are so daunting. If you didn't think of them before and then you're already in the middle of your brand, it's going to be hard to think about it. I don't know fully who I am as a brand. It's so closely tied to me that it was hard to separate. And AJ said it was best to separate so that you don't put your emotions into it. I was lost for a while. What I did was I prepared a Google spreadsheet. Iniisa-isa ko yung tanong ni AJ, tapos pinasok ko lahat ng thoughts ko, parang nag-journal ako doon. It's like, why did I start this brand anyway? When I focused on that question, parang na-realize ko, I started this brand because I wanted to make cute things. I just wanted to share them to people and make them feel happy, make them feel like, oh, this is something that I can bring along with my day and improve their mood. I started 2017. At that point, it was around 3 to 4 years na. At the 3 to 4 year mark, parang I forgot the why I started. Parang I was just focused on, okay, what's the next new thing? What can I do after that? So when I went back to the why, parang it grounded me more. Parang, okay, this is what I wanted for myself because this is Studio Haby. So it's that simple, just so that I wouldn't get lost. Like, what is my brand yan? I just gave myself and my brand like a space. It's okay to take time to figure out where you're going as a brand. If you know your why, that's a good place to start with. What I learned from that bootcamp, what AJ made me do, is to prepare collections. So I prepared the collection. So it's already done. Like, I already have the ideas, I already have the items that I want. The problem was, I was too afraid to release them, to actually make them. I'm happy with how it looks like, but then I just couldn't bring myself to, okay, let's put this in Illustrator, let's send it to the manufacturer, let's invest money into it. I couldn't do that. It took a year that I wasn't sure if I was going to do it at that time already. And then I just stalled. Parang I let the fear overtake me. I already knew who I was. I already had plans. I just didn't have the push to do it, to just implement it. Bahala na. Parang na-realize ko kasi, if the greater problem is because I'm too afraid of it not being perfect, not reaching my expectations, then I'll first work on my mindset so that I stop, or at least I lessen thinking that way so I can create better. So dun pumasok yung I started doing other things. I tried other hobbies first, just taking a pause from making pins, taking a pause from what I was doing. I was really wanting to make resin art. I play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. May resin dice kasi. So I wanted to make a gift for my friend. So it took me around like 15 batches of those to make something presentable. So lahat ng imagine mo yung feeling ko like, okay, this will turn out nice. Tapos pagdating na may butas, no. I'm actually going to do more of it after I invested in equipment because I wanted to make more. So sa driving, I had to learn a manual car. I had to be patient with myself. Every time na namatayan ako ng car, pero I had to allow myself like, I won't learn this from like the first 60 minutes that somebody taught me. But that was my expectation for myself. Na kaya ko to learn agad. Kaya ko to gawin agad. Though that kind of mindset was something that I brought into my brand na I shouldn't be having. I shouldn't be expecting too much for myself na hindi naman makatao or hindi naman achievable in reality. So I'm a perfectionist. So if I think na I can't do it perfectly or if I can't excel on it, like I would be super hesitant to start it. I watch YouTube videos, how to get over it. Parang sinasabi nila, your goal is to get like 70% output, not like 100%, so that it's less daunting for you. So what I did, because I couldn't even do the 70%, I tried doing other things. So I tried doing things that scared me or things that I had zero knowledge doing. So I learned how to drive. I learned to do resin. Tapos parang both of those activities, I failed a lot. I tried to accustom myself to failure so that in a business setting, like I'd know that it's okay to fail. It's a learning process, the whole thing, and you learn from your failures. So you won't learn if you're afraid to fail because you didn't fail yet. What both of those taught me is that you have to be patient with yourself. If you're not ready, then you're not ready. You have to allow yourself to, even if it's parang a gruesome wait, even if it takes such a long time for you to get over it, parang you have to allow yourself that process. I'm in that process, so mas naging receptive na ako to trying new things. Make a plan and do it. Maybe it could be something like AJ's, na you have a plan for your business, or it can actually be something more simple like to-do list for a day and you stick with it. Yun yung important part, to sticking with it and actually implementing it. Trust me, it will feel good to complete your to-do list and to actually launch something that's according to your plan rather than delaying it for a year. For me, what I learned, sayang yung you already had a plan, tapos you missed the opportunity to release it. Tapos makakita mo, oy, nagawa na pala ng other artist. Yung parang ganun. So, the moment that you have the plan, you have your idea, you have your product, unahan mo na yung mga competition mo, unahan mo na yung iba, and just put it out because you thought of it already. Sayang if you don't release it. Go back to your why. If you're still not sure like where you're going as a brand, what you are as a brand, like why did you start anyway? Like go back to that. I recommend you write it down, listen to your own thoughts, and you'll realize that parang somewhere deep inside you, you already know the answer. You just have to face it. So go back to your why and stick it on your wall. Stick it on your wall. Remind yourself day to day why you're doing this. So the same courage that it takes you to start your business is the same courage that you need when you feel lost and you want to start again. I'm sharing this because I feel like somebody out there might be going through the same thing, and what I'm focusing on is like maybe you can learn something from my story and you can do something different. You can stop wasting your time as much as I wasted years. Maybe you can just waste a week. I just really want people to learn from it. Yun.